Nevertheless, one of them thou leftest, namely Noah, with his household, of whom came all righteous men. So let's read about this Noah. Genesis chapter 6, verse 5 to 8. Read about, the people before the flood going up to Noah. Let's read about what they were doing. The Most High didn't just destroy them for no damn reason. He destroyed them because they wasn't keeping his laws. It's like the Most High ain't going to destroy these heathens for no reason. He going to destroy them because they put us in slavery, because they're not keeping the laws of the Most High. Neither do they want to. So the Most High can destroy them like he did the people in the ancient antediluvian world of Noah, of Adam and down. Alright, so Genesis chapter 6, verse 5, it says, "And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually." Now, evil is a word that you have to measure evil by something, man. You have to have a set of rules in order to have evil, man. If I call somebody evil, I have to call them evil based upon a certain standard, and that standard is the laws. So at them times, it's called them people evil because they wasn't keeping the standard of the Most High, which is his laws. Okay? It couldn't be no laws in the earth at that time, and then the Most High call them evil, because then how could you call them evil if there's no laws, a standard to live by? Alright, so it says, "And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast and creeping thing and fowl of the air, for it repented me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord." These are but it says but Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Okay? Alright, so let's go back. 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 9 to 13. 3 verse 9 to 13, it says, verse 11, "Nevertheless, one of them thou leftest, namely Noah, with his household, of whom came all righteous men." Alright? "And it happened that when they that dwelt upon the earth began to multiply and had gotten many children and were a great people, they began again to be more ungodly than the first." Now, to be ungodly means that you're not keeping his laws. Alright? It says that they began to be more ungodly than the first people. "Now when they lived so wickedly before thee, thou didst choose a man among them whose name was Abraham." Now check it out. This is after the flood. It says, "Now when they lived so wickedly before thee." When they lived so wickedly before thee, who is they? People on the earth, mainly like Sodom and Gomorrah. Now let's go to that. Let's go to Genesis chapter 13, verse 13. "But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly." So how can these men of Sodom and Gomorrah be sinners in the book of Genesis, when the laws didn't come to the book of Exodus according to some people? Because the laws were in effect in those days. Okay? That's why they were over laws. Okay? So let's read that one more time. It says, "But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly," man. Sin is what? The transgression of the law. 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Alright? Now let's read about Abraham on the other hand, because he said he did choose Abraham from among them. Let's go to the book of Sirach. Sirach chapter 44, verse 19. Wait, let's start at verse 17. "Noah was found perfect and righteous in the time of wrath. He was taken in exchange for the world, therefore was he left as a remnant unto the earth when the flood came. Right? So it said Noah was found perfect and righteous. So what is our righteousness? All right, it says look, Noah was perfect and righteous. So what does that mean? This is Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 24. And the Lord commanded us to do all these statutes to fear the Lord our God, for our God always, that he might preserve us alive as it is at this day. And it shall be all righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God as he commanded us. All right, so going back to Sirach 44 and 17, Noah was found perfect and righteous. What does it mean Noah was found perfect and righteous? He was keeping those laws. Not only that, but he had faith in the Most High. But it says that our righteousness is keeping the laws. So Noah was found righteous, perfect and righteous, meaning he kept the laws in the time of wrath. He was taken in exchange for the world. Therefore was he left as a remnant unto the earth when the flood came. And the everlasting covenant was made with him, that all flesh should perish no more by the flood. Abraham was a great father of many people, and glory was there none like unto him, who kept the law of the Most High. Now hold on. Abraham kept the law of the Most High. How could he know the laws? Because the laws were passed down from Adam to Cain and Abel, and from then Abel got killed. All right. Adam passed them down to Seth. From Seth came down to all the way down to Noah. From Noah it came all the way down to Abraham, and it was verbal. Okay, but the laws weren't in effect then. So it says Abraham was a great father of many people, and glory none like unto him, who kept the laws of the Most High, and was in covenant with him. He established the covenant in his flesh, and when he was proved, he was found faithful. Okay. All right. So even Abraham kept the law, or the laws of the Most High. All right. So back to 2nd Ezra, chapter 3, verse 13. Now, when they lived so wickedly before thee, thou didst choose thee a man from among them whose name was Abraham. Because Abraham kept the laws. Him thou lovest, and unto him only thou showed thy will. And madest an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldst never forsake his seed. Okay, so even Abraham kept the laws. All right. So let's go, because at verse 13 it says, now when they lived so wickedly before thee. Let's go and read about these people that lived so wickedly before the Most High after the flood. Matter of fact, I'll start at verse 12 again. It says, and it happened that when they that dwelt upon the earth began to multiply, had gotten them many children after the flood, and were a great people, they began again to be more ungodly than the first. Now when they lived so wickedly before thee. So what were these people doing? That they had become more wicked and more wicked. They started to break them laws. They started to be homosexuals. They started to worship the stars in the heavens and rocks and plants and shit and women and men and all type of shit like that. Well, what's the proof on it? All right, going to Sodom and Gomorrah as an example. This is chapter 19, verse 1 to 8. And it says, and there came two angels to Sodom at evening, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, behold, now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the streets all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into his house, and he made them a feast. and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, Where are the men which came into in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. And to know them, men, I mean, we can out have sex with them. That's what the men wanted to do to the angels that they seen as men, that they perceived to be men. They wanted to lay down and have sex with them, which is against the Most High's laws. It says, and Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. So why would he come out and say, do not so wickedly? Because homosexuality had to be wicked, because there had to be a law against it in those days. All right, so let's go show that in the laws. Leviticus 20:13. It says, if a man also lied with mankind as he lied with the woman, both of them have committed an abomination, they shall surely be put to death, their blood shall be upon them. So that shit was wicked, man. Okay? Now, we're reading these laws from after the Exodus, but I'm showing you in the Old Testament, in the book of Genesis, where they keep saying that these things are wicked because there were laws against it. There were divine laws against it. The Most High laws was against it. All right? Another scripture, Isaiah chapter 3. The show of their countenance doeth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. How can you declare your sin as Sodom? Meaning that your sin is homosexuality, man. So you also pride, but for the main part, your sin is homosexuality. So if it says they declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not, wanted their souls, for they have rewarded evil unto them. And that shows you right there that sin is evil. Evil is sin. Okay, but it says they declare their sin as Sodom, meaning homosexuality. It was a sin in the book of Genesis at the time of Abraham. Abraham wasn't a homosexual. That's why I said Abraham kept the law of God. Okay? All right, so moving on. All right, so as you can see, all these, all the laws that we have today were in the ancient days. Now in the book of Genesis, they might have been said a different way. They weren't spelled out like they are spelled out in the in the book of Genesis. I mean, for instance, if you read Genesis chapter 1, I mean, there's even a dietary law in Genesis chapter 1. Genesis chapter 1 says, Genesis chapter 1 verse 29 says, and God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. Even here it's a dietary law. It's a simple law, but it's a dietary law. Man, they were eating fruit, man. Vegetables and things like that. And then after the flood, the Most High changed it. All right, even the one that we read about with Noah. Let me see if I can get it again. Oh no, Genesis chapter 9, verse I started verse 3. It says, every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. Now the Most High say you can eat meat now. Even the green herb have I given you all things. But flesh with the like thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. That go back to Leviticus 17 and 14. Not supposed to eat blood. And surely your blood of your lives will I require, at the hand of every beast will I require it. And at the hand of man, and at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed,